Good day, Math Amazing Learners! Welcome to Valenzuela Live for Mathematics 6. I am Mrs. Marifel C. Bilangel from Apollonia F. Rafael Elementary School, your Math FB Live teacher for today. Before we proceed, please do the following for a smooth flow of our discussion. Please be reminded to type in your complete name, grade and section, and name of your school, so that your teacher can easily recognize your attendance. During our discussion, please participate actively by typing in your answers or questions in our comment box. Remember that to comment only things which are related to our subject and not to comment those which will distract others. So, are you ready? Kindly get your pen, paper, and self-learning module, and let us explore and conquer the world of mathematics. For our Quarter 3 Week 4 lesson, you must perform and master the following skills. First, you must find the surface area of cubes, prisms, and pyramids. Then, you have to solve word problems involving measurement of surface area. To energize our minds, let us have an activity entitled Guess What? In this activity, you just have to identify what solid figure is being described by the given statement by simply choosing the correct answer in our choices. Don't forget to participate by typing your answers in our comment box below. Let's begin. For our question number 1, this solid figure has 6 square faces, 12 congruent edges, and 8 vertices. Is it a cube or a square pyramid? If your answer is a cube, you got it right. For question number 2, this solid figure has 3 rectangular faces and 2 triangular bases. Is it a rectangular prism or a triangular prism? The correct answer is triangular prism. Great job. It is a polyhedron with 2 parallel and congruent bases, and all other faces are parallelograms. Is it a prism or is it a pyramid? If your answer is a prism, well done, you are right. For question number 4, it has a square base and 4 triangular faces joined at a vertex. Is it a square pyramid or a square prism? The correct answer is a square pyramid. And for our last number, number 5, it has a base of any polygon and triangular faces that meet in a common vertex. Is it a pyramid or is it a prism? If your answer is a pyramid, perfect. You got it right. Great job, Math Amazing Learners. It seems that you already mastered the definition of each solid figure. Be sure to remember each definition in our discussion today because we will use that to solve word problems involving solid figures. Now, let's get started by this problem. Jane needs to wrap a present for her cousin's birthday. If the gift is a cube shape with an edge measuring 9 inches, how much wrapping paper does she need to cover the gift? This problem asks us to find the surface area of the cube-shaped gift with an edge measuring 9 inches. But what do we mean by surface area? When we say surface area, it is the sum of the areas of the bases and the lateral faces of a solid figure. We know that a cube is composed of 6 congruent faces. To solve this problem, let us identify first the formula in finding the area of a square, and the formula is s squared or s times s. A side of a square is 9 inches. We substitute it in the formula. So we have 9 inches quantity squared. 9 inches quantity squared is equal to 81 square inches. Since a cube has 6 congruent faces, we multiply the area of a square by 6. So we have 6 times the area of a square, which is 81 square inches. 6 times 81 square inches, that is equal to 486 square inches. Therefore, J needs 486 square inches of wrapping paper to cover the gift. To find the surface area of cubes, prisms, and pyramids, we must use the following formula. For prism, we use 2b plus a, wherein b stands for the area of the bases of the prism, and LA stands for the sum of the area of all the faces of the prism. Next, we have the surface area of a cube. To get the surface area of a cube, we have 6 multiplied by the square of a side. For the rectangular prism, we have 2 multiplied by quantity length times width plus width times height plus length times height, or we can have 2 times length times width plus 2 times width times height plus 2 times length times height. For pyramids, we use the formula base area plus the lateral area. Again, when we say lateral area, it means that the sum of the areas of the triangular faces of the pyramid. For square pyramid, we have base plus 4 times the area of a triangular face, or b squared plus 2 times base times height. Let's have another example. Find the surface area of a square pyramid if the length of one side of the base is 3.5 meters and the height of the triangular face is 6 meters. To find the surface area of the square pyramid, let us illustrate it first using its net. The square pyramid is composed of a square base with a side measuring 3.5 meters, and it also has 4 triangular faces wherein the height of a triangular face is 6 meters. Since we already identified the net of a square pyramid, let us solve it using the formula base area plus lateral area. Let's start with the base area. Given that the base is a square, we will use the formula in finding the area of a square, which is b squared, or b times c, or base times base. So to solve for that, we have 3.5 meters quantity squared. So that is equal to 12.25 square meters. Next, let us solve for the lateral area of the triangular prism. To find the lateral area, simply multiply the area of a triangular face by 4. We have 4 times quantity base times height divided by 2. Then let us substitute the base and the height of a triangular face in the formula. We have 4 multiplied by quantity 3.5 meters times 6 meters divided by 2. 4 and 2 has a common factor of 2. So we have 2 quantity 3.5 meters times 6 meters. So that is equal to 42 square meters. So the lateral area of the triangular prism is equal to 42 square meters. And to get the surface area, simply add the base area and the lateral area. 12.25 square meters plus 42 square meters, it is equal to 54.25 square meters. So therefore, the surface area of the square pyramid is 54.25 square meters. For our next example, John needs to paint a wooden box which is 12 decimeter long, 10 decimeter wide, and 8 decimeter high for his art project. What is the surface area of the wooden box John will paint if the top is open? To solve the surface area of the wooden box, let us illustrate it first. As you can see, we have the wooden box here. The dimensions of the wooden box are 12 decimeter long, it is the length, 10 decimeter wide, which is the width, and 8 decimeter high, which is the height of the wooden box. Next, let us identify the formula in getting the surface area of the wooden box. Since the wooden box is a rectangular prism, we use the formula 2 times quantity length times width plus width times height plus length times height. Let us substitute now the given dimensions in the formula. We have 2 quantity 12 decimeter times 10 decimeters plus 10 decimeters times 8 decimeters plus 12 decimeters times 8 decimeters. So we must apply here the PEMDAS rule. Then we have 2 quantity 120 decimeters plus 80 decimeters square decimeters plus 96 square decimeters. Then 2 multiplied by 296 square decimeters. So the answer is 592 square decimeters. This is the surface area of the wooden box if the top is included. While we have to also get the area of the rectangle at the top, since the wooden box is open, so the formula to get the area of the rectangle is length times width. We have 12 decimeters times 10 decimeters, so that is equal to 120 square decimeters. To get the surface area of the wooden box, if the top is open, we just simply subtract the surface area of the wooden box by the area of the rectangle at the top. So we have 592 square decimeters minus 120 square decimeters. That is equal to 472 square decimeters. And for our last example, Mrs. Reyes would like to make a tent with dimensions shown below. If the material costs 18 pesos and 50 centavos per square foot, how much will it cost to make the tent? The tent in the problem is a triangular prism. To solve the problem, let us illustrate it using its net. So the net of a triangular prism is composed of 3 rectangular faces and 2 triangular bases. Let us get the dimensions of each plane figure of a triangular prism, and let's start with the dimensions of a triangular base. The height of a triangular base is 4 feet while its base is 3 feet. The rectangles at the sides of the triangular prism are 6 feet long and 5 feet wide. While the rectangle at the bottom of the rectangular prism is 6 feet long and 3 feet wide. So we have the formula to get the surface area of the triangular prism. We have 2B plus LA, wherein B stands for the base area and LA stands for the lateral area. Since we have two triangles as the bases of the triangular prism, we have 2 triangles plus 2 rectangles, which can be found at the sides of the triangular prism, and another rectangle which can be found at the bottom of the triangular prism. Let us substitute the given dimensions. Let's start with the triangle. So the formula to find the area of a triangle, so that is base times height divided by 2. The dimensions of the triangle are 3 feet and 4 feet. So we multiply 3 feet by 4 feet divided by 2. That is equal to 12 square feet divided by 2. That is equal to 6 square feet. Now let us have the area of a rectangle at the side. Again, we just have to get first the area of a rectangle at the side. To find the area of a rectangle, the formula is length times width. The length is 6 feet multiplied by the width 5 feet. So the area of the rectangle at the side is 30 square feet. Lastly, we get the area of the rectangle at the bottom. The area of the rectangle at the bottom is length times width. Let us multiply 6 feet by 3 feet. The area of the rectangle at the bottom is 18 square feet. Now, let us identify or let us find the surface area of the triangular prism. So we already know that the area of a triangle base is 6 feet squared or 6 square feet. The area of a rectangle at the side is 30 square feet. And the area of the rectangle at the bottom is 18 square feet. So let's add all the area. So we have 2 times 6 square feet plus 2 times 30 square feet plus 18 square feet. So 2 times 6, that is equal to 12 square feet plus 2 times 30, that is equal to 60 square feet. Then we have 18 square feet. Adding all the area, the surface area of the triangular prism is 90 square feet. But we have to find the total cost of the tent. So to find the total cost of the tent, we just have to multiply the surface area of the triangular prism by the cost per square foot. So 90 times 18.50, that is equal to 1,665 pesos. So therefore, the tent will cost 1,665 pesos. Now it's time for our activity. For our first activity, just have to match its solid figure in column A with its correct surface area formula in column B. So for number 1, the given solid figure is a cube. What do you think is the formula in getting the surface area of a cube? The correct answer is letter E. So that is 6s squared. How about for the square pyramid? What is the formula in getting the area of a square pyramid? Right, the correct answer is letter C. So that is b squared plus 2 times base times height. So this is the simplest form when we have the formula of a pyramid. For number 3, what is the formula in getting the surface area of any pyramid? So the answer is letter A. Good job. So that is base area plus the lateral area. Number 4, what is the formula in getting the surface area of a rectangular prism? The correct answer is letter B. That is 2 times quantity length times width plus width times height plus length times height. Then number 5, to get the formula of triangular prism, we have letter D. the area of two bases plus the lateral area. Great job, amazing learners. So let's have now our second activity. So in this activity, you just have to solve the problem. You're only given 5 minutes to solve this problem. And your timer starts now. Time's up. Let us see the answer for each problem. The first problem is, what is the surface area of a cube whose edge is 25 centimeters? So the given in this problem is 25 centimeters for a side or for an edge of a cube. So to find the surface area of a cube, we use the formula 6 times s squared. So we have 6 times quantity, 25 centimeters square. 25 times 25, so that is equal to 625. Then we have 6 times 625 square centimeters, that is equal to 3,750 square centimeters. For our second problem, the grade 6 pupils are constructing a square pyramid for their project. They plan to cover it with Manila paper. If one side of the base measures 3 feet and the height of the triangular face is 2 feet, how much Manila paper will be needed to cover all the faces of the pyramid? So let us illustrate the problem. So as you can see, the net of a triangular prism, it is composed of a square base with an edge or a side of 2 feet, and it has 4 triangular faces with a height of 3 feet. The formula in getting the surface area of a triangular prism is equal to B, which is the base area, plus LA, which is the lateral area. Let's start in getting the base area of the triangular prism. The formula in getting the base area of a triangular prism is equal to B squared. So our base is equal to 2 feet. So we have to square it. So 2 feet, quantity 2 feet square, that is equal to 4 square feet. The lateral area of the square pyramid, so we have to multiply the area of a triangle by 4. So we have 4 times base times height times divided by 2. We have a common factor here of 2. So the simplest form is 2 times base times height. Substitute the given dimension in the formula. We have 2 times quantity, 2 feet times 3 feet. So that is equal to 2 times 6 feet square. So the lateral area of a triangular prism is equal to 12 square feet. To get the surface area of the triangular prism, we add the base area and the lateral area. 4 square feet plus 12 square feet, so that is equal to 16 square feet. And for our last problem, a closed auditorium is 12 meters long, 9 meters wide, and 5 meters high. If the 4 walls and the ceiling of the auditorium is to be painted, what is the total area of the painted parts of the auditorium? So, I illustrate the problem using a rectangular prism. Since the auditorium has the dimension of a rectangular prism, it is 12 meters long, 9 meters wide, and 5 meters high. The formula in getting the surface area of a rectangular prism is equal to 2 times quantity length times width plus width times height plus length times height. Let us now substitute the dimensions in the given formula. We have 2 times quantity 12 times 9 plus quantity 9 meters times 5 meters plus quantity 12 meters times 5 meters. Again, we must apply here the PEMDAS rule. 12 times 9 is equal to 108 square meters. 9 meters times 5 meters is equal to 45 square meters. 12 meters times 5 meters, that is equal to 60 square meters. Let us add all the area of the of the rectangular prism. So we have 213 square meters times 2. That is equal to 426 square meters. And we also have to get the area of the floor since it is not included in the surface area of the auditorium. So the area of the floor is length times width. Our length is 12 meters and our width is 9 meters. 12 meters times 9 meters, that is equal to 108 square meters. To get the surface area of the auditorium, if the floor is not to be painted, we just simply subtract the surface area of the closed auditorium by the area of the floor. We have 426 square meters minus 108 square meters, so that is equal to 318 square meters. Great job, Math Amazing learners. Now, let us summarize what you have learned today. To find the surface area of a given solid figure, we must use the following formulas. So, for prism, the formula is area of the two bases plus the lateral area. The area of a cube is equal to 6s squared. So, that is 6s squared. And the area, to get the area of the rectangular prism, that is 2 multiplied by length times width plus width times height plus length times height. And to get the area of a pyramid, simply add the base area plus the lateral area. And to get the surface area of a square pyramid, we have to square the base, then add it to twice the base times height. By this time, let us have our question and answer portion. If you do have concerns or queries regarding our lesson today, please feel free to type it in our comment box and our moderator will assist you. I will try my best to answer your questions as easy as possible. So for our first question, a male student asked, how to solve word problems involving solid figures. So to solve word problems involving solid figures, first, let us illustrate or draw the solid figure being described in the problem. Second, let us identify the given facts. Third, let us determine what surface area formula you need to use for the given solid figure. Lastly, let us substitute the given dimensions of the solid figure to its corresponding formula. So if you don't have any questions, please take a screenshot of your home learning task. And your subject teacher, in your follow-up discussion, will check it. So let's call it a day. This ends our discussion. I hope you learned a lot today about finding the surface area of cubes, prisms, and pyramids. Again, I am Mrs. Marfe C. Bilanghel saying mathematics give us hope that every problem has a solution. So don't be part of the problem, instead be part of the solution. See you again in our discussion. Always be safe and stay healthy. Goodbye!